So this is the SPSS software. Now, if you look at this screen, you can see the two things. So one is data view, another is a variable view. Right. So now, if you see the variable view, you can see name. So this variable view, you can write it down here and there. The variable view meant for keeping information about the variables. See, the variable view meant for keeping information about the variables. So people they say metadata. So now first one, name, which means name of the variable. All right. Okay. So next, this is the next view is data view. If you see the data view, you can see VAR like that. That is a variable. So now if you see the screen, it is similar to Excel screen. Yes, very good. You can do, it is similar to Excel screen only. Whatever you can do in Excel, some of the function you can do here also. Apart from analytics tool like addition, multiplication, all these things you can do here also. So now this is the two screen you will see. Now the first exercise will be how to enter the data. So these four documents, four files already shared with you. Now let me open the PPT. You need not open, you can see the PPT. So normally I will not use PPT. Now here I have to use, I am forced to use. Now so as I said, these are all the some of the softwares, SPSS or MATLAB, ACS, Stata, Minitab, Statistica, Zomavi, Excel also we can use for ANOVA, all those things. So this is the screen, data view screen, and this is the variable view screen. Now, this we have, see for example, if you have put questionnaire like this, for example, question number 1, you have put age, for which you have given 3 categories. For example, below 25 and 25 to 30. Because this survey done with the students, so they have put like this. Okay, so see young people. So now 25 like this, you have given an option, 3 options like this, right? So otherwise, then what to do? Then you have put okay. Now you see the screen. Now the second question, you see the gender. Now, gender for which we have given 2 options, female and male. Okay. Now let us assume that we have collected the data by using this questionnaire. Now how we can enter? I am going to see tell how I am going to enter that data. Now first let me go to the variable view. In the variable view, name, I have already told you, name this variable view meant for keeping information about the variable. So here, what is my variable? Gender. So let me type gender. Now I will ask a question. What is the question? Now whether gender, what is variable? Variable means anything which will change. Variable means anything which will change. That is the variable. Now my question is whether the gender is a variable or not. Now probably we say, for example, here the Shanti Mary Madam is sitting in front there. Now if I ask the Shanti Mary Madam now, what is your gender? She will say, I am female, sir. Now, after 1 year, if I ask Gandhi Mary Madam, what is your gender? She will say female only. Which means the gender is not changing. But even then, gender is a variable because, so here, whenever we ask this gender, we are going to ask the gender of different people. Gender of different people. So, if I ask Gandhi Mary Madam, she will tell I am female. If I ask Madhivanan sir, she will tell I am a male. So, which means the data collected across people. When you collect data across people, then it will change. So, now I will introduce the different types of data. What is the different types of data? Okay, now I will go to the types of data. Now, types of data is cross-sectional data, time series data, and panel data. What is cross-sectional data? Cross-sectional data means if you have data collected across section, across different people. Okay, so you have collected, for example, there are around 200 and so people are there. So if I collect data about these 215 people, that is the cross-sectional data. So now the gender of one person will vary from gender of another person. So gender is a variable. Gender is a variable. Now what is time series data? Time series data means if you have a data collected over a period of time. That is, for example, I am having a sales data of a company for the last 10 years. That is the time series data. So, there are 2010, what is the sales? 11, what is the sales? 12, what is the sales? 13, what is the sales? So, I have a data over a period of time that is called time series data. Now, I have a panel data. What is panel data? Panel data is combination of cross-sectional data and time series data. For example, I have a sales figure of 100 companies for the last 10 years. Sales of 100 companies, 1 year is a cross-section. For 10 years, then it will become only one company 10 years, it is a time series. 100 companies, 10 years, it is a panel data. So now we are going to use only the cross-sectional data. We are not going to use any other data because the tools used for time series data is different. Tools used for panel data is different. So now we are going to restrict our discussion only to the cross-sectional data. Now this gender is a cross-sectional. This is a cross-sectional data. Now let me enter the gender. Now name of the variable is gender. Type is I have to use tab key. If I use a tab key, I will get. I am going to put it as a numeric. What do you mean by numeric? Numeric means numbers 1, 2, 3 like that. So now with means number of digits you are going to have. Then with decimals. Then I am going for values. In this values, now what I am going to do is here value. Value I am going to give values to the one. For example, let me give 1 to male. Okay. So now add. Then it will come here. Then let me put 2. Then let me put female. Okay, let me put a female. Let me put it here. So I am giving 1 to male because in the gender, the questionnaire I put male, I put female. So people, if you have ticked male, I will put 1. If they have ticked female, then I will put 2. Okay. So now I have entered this one. Now let me go to the data view. For example, let us assume that I have 100 questions. Now a column is a variable. Column is a variable. Now a row is case. Here first case, for second case. So the respondent, the row represent case or respondent. In SPSS we call it as case. in but in general parlance we call it as respondent. Now, for example, the first respondent, he has put male 1 and I have to enter 1. Then second respondent, if they have put female, then I have to put then I have to, second respondent, I have to put 2. Third respondent also 2. Fourth respondent 1. So 1, like that I have to enter depending upon what they have entered. Okay. So now I have entered here, but I am getting 0, 0. Why I am getting 0? Because if I go here, I have given 2 decimals. I have given 2 decimals. That is why automatically 2 decimals are coming. Now, I do not want those decimals. If I do not want those decimals, then if you click here, we will get a drop down box. So now if you use the upward, it will increase. If you use downward, it will reduce. So let me put 0. Then after making it 0, if I go and see the data, all zeros might have gone. All zeros are gone, going there. Okay, gone. Okay, now, now I enter like this. Now let me go to the other things. Okay, now here I am going here. Now in the measures, if I click the measures, I have many. What is this one? Now I'm going to say it is nominal. What is nominal? What is nominal? Nominal means see, for example, here we are given 1 to male, we are given 2 to female. Now, for example, here we have Madhivanan sir. Now he says, sir, give 1 to female or 2 to male. If he ask like that, if I do 1 to female, 2 to male, will it make any difference? It will not make any difference, right? So now our idea is we want to give some number. We want to give some number to male, we want to give some number to female. Otherwise, we want to give some number to different option. There is no reason behind giving this number. That is why it is nominal. Namesake. For the sake of giving. Namesake. For the sake of giving. We are giving numbers without any reason. That is why it is called the nominal. Okay. So now we will go to the another question. Question number. Okay. So now we will go to the question number 4. So which is talking about level of education. Level of education. So here let me enter this level of education. Okay. So now let me enter the level of education. Now let me put EDU. EDU. Now education short form, here also numeric, here also this one. Now here what I have to do is one is school. Okay, one is school. Okay, one is school. Okay, 2 is diploma. Okay. Okay, like that I have to give, right? 1 is diploma, 3 is UG. Okay, let me do. Otherwise, 4 is PG. Okay, so I'm giving like this. Okay, now I have given, right? So now I have given. So I have to say okay. Now I have entered here. Now I have to let us assume that the first respondent, first case is school. Then I have to put 1. Then second person is PG. I have to put 4. Second person is UG 3. Now third part their diploma. Like that I have to enter. Right? I'm entering like this. Okay. 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 Now I have entered. Now the decimals also let me. I do not want decimals also. So now let me make it 0. Okay. Now here. Okay. So now let me go to the variable view. Now What is the measure? So here, see for example, I have given 1 to school, 2 to diploma, 3 to UG, 4 to postgraduate. Now, for example, again, let me take Madhuvanan. He says, sir, you give 1 to school, sir, 4 to UG, PG, sir, 2 to diplomas, 3 to diploma, sir, 4 to graduate. So, he is asking me to do like that. Okay. So, whether he can do like that? No, he cannot do like that. For example, you have asked the designation of the teachers. They will say assistant professor, associate professor, professor. See, you have to give 1 to assistant professor, 2 to associate professor, 3 because professors are higher designation, associate professor medium, then assistant professor. No, in the data itself, there is some order. In the data itself, there is some order. So, when the data itself is having some order, then when we are assigning numbers, we should assign numbers according to the nature of the data. Okay, which means that in the data there is some order. Now this we call it as ordinal data. Now this we call it as ordinal data. Now the third one is, now we will go to the question number 8. What is the question number 8? Question number, okay, question number 8. Please indicate your perception or liking of a mall. Now this is a mall related question. So please indicate your perception or liking of a mall from you purchase. Now very good, very bad, bad, neutral, good, and very good. So otherwise, if you want to give in a Likert scale, strongly disagree, then neither agree nor disagree, then agree, then fifth is strongly agree, like that. So that we call it as a Likert scale. So now, if you have given a scale like this, then how to enter? Now, let me go to this one. Okay, now liking. Let me put liking. Okay, let me put liking. Okay, then here also numeric. Here also I want to have 0. Okay, 0, 0. So now here let me put here. Now if I go here, now what to do? Okay, now here 1, strongly disagree. Then 2, disagree. Then 3 is some people will say neutral. It is better to say neither disagree nor agree, okay, so we will call it as non-da, neither disagree nor neither agree nor disagree, non-da, neither agree nor disagree, non-da, we'll say non-da, right? Okay. So now that is the Likert scale. Now fourth one is agree. Okay. Fifth one is strongly agree. Okay. Okay. Now we will enter data also. Then we will see. Okay. 1, 3, 2, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1. Like that. Okay. Okay. So now I have entered like this. Now I know. Strongly disagree. For example, okay, somebody asking, okay, do you like me? Okay, one girl is asking one boy, hey, well, how is this dress? She says, "Echi." Okay, which means he does not agree. Okay, he does not like it. So now, so next dress, he is okay, it is good, yeah. Okay, so good is better. Okay, so worst is very bad is very bad. bad situation, then bad, then neutral, like that. So in the data there is order. I strongly disagree is a worst situation. Then disagree, then neutral, then agree, then this one. No, which means there is order. There is order. So it is one side, it is ordinal. Then another one is upward. It is a scale. It is a scale. What do you mean by scale? We are asking. Okay, so we are asking the respondent to rate this mode in a 5-point scale. So we are asking the respondents to rate. It is a rating scale. We are asking the respondent to rate your perception in a 5-point scale. They are putting 3. Though we give some name, strongly disagree, nor agree, but it is a rating 3. In the 5-point scale, he is assigning the value of 3. In a 5-point scale, he is assigning the value of 2. That is the meaning. So whenever we say rating scale, then from scale, you imagine a scale. We have 1 centimeter, we have 2 centimeter, we have 3 centimeter. So within that 1 to 2, there is a 10 millimeter. 2 to 3, there is another 10 millimeter, which means 1 to 2, 2 to 3, there is a equal interval. We presume that there is a equal interval. Okay, so here there is not only the order, but also there is a, we presume there is a interval, distance, there is a distance. So we call this as a interval scale. This is an interval scale. We will put it as a scale. We will put it as a scale. Now let us go to the another question. For example, enter your monthly income. Enter your monthly income. We have given a dash, which means the respondents, what they will do? They will give their monthly income. See, if I ask probably Dean NASM sir, he will put 1.5 lakh per month. He will put like that. So then if you ask other sir, he will put 1 lakh rupees. Somebody, they will put 50,000 rupees. They will put that their income. So now I have to enter that into the SPSS. Now how to enter? Now let me put income. Let me put income. Okay, income. Okay. So in my laptop O is problem. So the O may not come. Sometimes if it is not coming, please burden with me, right? So now I need not give any values here, because we are not going to assign any number. What we are going to do is, whatever the information given by them. So sir is giving 1.5 lakh rupees, which means I have to enter 1.5 lakh rupees. If somebody has given 1 lakh rupees, I have to enter that 1 lakh rupees. So what I have to do? I need not assign any numbers to that. Okay, so now let me go here. So the first person, he has put that 30,000 rupees is the income. So let me type 30,000 rupees. Next person, if he has put 40,000, let me type 40,000. Next person, 25,000. Let me put 25,000. Next person, 32,000. 32,000. Then 41,000. Like that. I have to enter. So here also, I do not want decimals. Let me remove it. Okay, so now here, now I have entered here. Now what I have to do? Here, here, here. Okay, if I click here, so I have only scale. Okay, so here also I have to specify the. Okay, okay. So now, what is this scale? What is this scale? Now, see, let us. Okay, now. Okay, so now what shall we do is some person. Okay, now this is the income. Some person is now not in a pandemic situation, let us assume some other situation. Okay, so now that person, okay, he is about to get married. He got married also. Then he has asked the company, IT company he is working. He has asked the company to give 1 month leave. Okay, the company has also given 1 month leave for the marriage. Okay, with the salary. So then he has spent that 1 month. Then he went for honeymoon also. But after 1 month, he should have joined the company. But what he has done, he has extended their leave. He has extended the leave for the next 1 month also, which means he has not reported to the company next 1 month. After that, he has come. Then, after coming to the company, he is going into the cashier and asking for salary. Then cashier is looking at the computer and noticed that entire month is loss of pay, which means what is his salary? His salary is zero. So this month in the pandemic, many people they do not have any income. So which means the income is zero. So now in this case, there is a possibility for zero. Okay, but let us look at the earlier case, liking. Now, in the liking, strongly disagree, which means I don't like you. Third one is neutral. Neutral, what do you mean by neutral? Yes, so the girl is asking that boy, "Hey, how do you like me?" He is not giving any opinion. He is not saying, I don't like you or I like you. But which means neutral. For neutral, we are giving 3. Why we are giving 3 to neutral? Because instead of saying I don't like, this boy says neutral. Neutral is better than don't like. So in the order, it is 3. Okay, though neutral is neutral opinion, we are not giving 0. We are giving 3 because it is a next level to dislike. Okay, now one more thing I will tell. We have assigned the 5-point scale. In the 5-point scale, we have started with 1 and we have ended with 5. Somebody, okay, let him. He says, sir, why should I start with 1, sir? Let me start with the 0, sir. He can start with 0. Even if you put 0, what is the meaning of 0? 0 means first level there. In the 5-point scale, even if you put 0, it is a first scale, first level. There, in the interval scale, 0 is not having the meaning what we specify to give up. Okay, 0 is not having a meaning there. But here, in income, we have a 0 origin. 0 origin. Okay, so now anything, okay, which is having a 0 origin, then we call it as a ratio scale. Now, what is a ratio scale? Ratio, see for example, 1 person is getting 10,000, another person is getting 20,000. 20,000 is more than 10,000, which means there is an order. Okay, so some person says 10,000, another person says 20,000. So level between 10,000 and 20,000, 20,000 to 30,000. Okay, there is an equal interval distance. So 10,000 rupees, there is a difference. There, the 25,000, there is a difference of 5,000. So there is a distance. Apart from distance, we have a 0 origin. So now we have a 4 scale. Number 1 nominal, which means we are giving numbers to describe, nothing else. Description, only description. Only description, 1, 2, just describe made, that's all. Then educational level. Then, for example, income also, if you are given in categories like that. So there is an order. Designation, there is an order. So order means description. 1 describe school, 2 describe diploma. Apart from that, 2 is higher than 1. That is the meaning. 3 is higher than 2. That is the meaning, order. Then interval scale, we have a description, we have an order, because liking is better than strongly disagree is better than agree. Order, apart from there is an interval. Now, if you look at the ratio scale, there is a description, 10,000 rupees, it describes he is getting 10,000. 20,000 rupees, he is getting more than that 10,000. Then interval of 10,000. Interval apart from the zero origin. That is called the ratio. Now, some time back, I was, I said nominal, namesake, ordinal, order, interval, equal interval. See, I have given a meaning according to the name. But, sir, you are giving the name ratio, sir. So what is why you are giving that ratio, sir? Now, for example, there is a zero origin, please understand. One person is getting 10,000. Another person is getting 90,000. Then what you can do? 90,000 divided by 10,000, 9, which means that person is getting 9 times more than this person. That ratio, how many times? Because 0 is there. So when you have 0, we can find out the meaningful ratio. Whenever you have a ratio, we can tell this many times more than this person. Okay. So since there is a 0 origin is there, so ratio, meaningful ratio, we can find that from the meaning, from that ratio, we can tell how many times he is having more than that person and more than this person. So now, this is the 4 scaling. Now, why people might ask, "Arey sir, why you are talking about these scales?" Now, we might study this scaling technique, okay, as a scaling technique. But I'm going to tell this is a types of data. Now, the scaling technique we are using to construct the questionnaire. Why we are using the questionnaire? To collect the data. Now, you have a collected data. Now, the collected data will be according to the scale which you have used. Okay, so now the data in your hand will be according to the scale. Okay, so that is why, though it is a type of scaling technique, I will say the data in my hand will be of these 4 types, because these are all the 4 scaling techniques I have used. So, whenever asked what are the different types of data, I used to tell from the analysis perspective, I can call the 4 types of data are nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Right. So now when I take a physical class in a physical mode, I used to ask all the participants to shout. What are the different types of data? They used to tell nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Now, every participant, please think it in your mind. What are the different types of data? Nominal, ordinal, interval, ratio. Now, if they change, okay, some person, ordinal, say somebody says nominal, sir, interval, sir, then ordinal, sir. You cannot tell like that. Here also some order. Nominal, nothing. Ordinal order, interval, order plus interval, ratio, order, interval, and 0 origin. So you have to tell only in this order. Okay. So now, whatever the data you have in the world, that can be classified among these 4 types of data. So you will be having only the 4 types of data. Now we are seeing how to enter these 4 types of data into the SPSS.